This Hangout on Air is live. Welcome, everyone, to our work from home with a 90-day proven roadmap to 10K potential. We're going to show you how you have the ability to accomplish over $1,000 a month in residual earnings, complete over $10,000 earned on part time efforts by simply going to work, rolling up your sleeves, and doing a few simple daily habits. We're going to show you exactly how that's done and how you're able to capitalize on multiple trends in motion in one place, combining high tech and high touch. And when you have the ability to do that, it allows you to create a presence on the internet and start creating success on a really rapid scale. Folks, there's things happening on the age with the age of the internet today that's just simply mind-blowing. Now, what I'm about to share with you is nothing but facts. My name is Earl Teets. I'm the founder of the Servants Team Missionary Outreach out of Troy, Montana, and we're happy to bring you the homebusinesshelper.com. It's a blog that's put together because I've got over 20 years in the industry. And the one thing that I've seen more than anything is people struggling to try to just learn the basic fundamentals of how to get into the game and start making some money in home business. What this whole presentation is all about is sharing some facts with you, how you can embrace the power of technology, a couple of different ways to use income and watch it multiply in streams. When I say a couple different ways, I mean weekly income and monthly residuals. So when there's a 7-year debt-free global track record with exactly what I'm talking about, with solutions that save people that have no interest in a business over $100 a month, simply redirecting their spending, in some cases up to $300 a month. And what are they doing? They're not searching for the money in their budget to do this. They're redirecting their spending to better quality for less money, not even getting started in your business, but that can create monthly residuals for you for the life of those accounts. Then you've got entrepreneurs that you can bring on board that want to get paid weekly to have solutions that save people hundreds monthly. So hopefully what I'm saying here has caught your attention, because that's what I'm going to share with you, the facts of how this has been proven and how you're positioned perfectly in the market right now to jump in and start getting paid. Excuse me, some credibility for you. Who have I worked with in the industry that where I could have, anything like this to say? This gentleman here is John Maxwell. He's one of the most sought after trainers in the business world. Fortune 500 companies have him train their most elite as far as management and CEOs type go. Think about that. I got my picture taken with him. It was a blessing to be able to study this guy over 10 years, go to different seminars, see a lot of his books, and then to finally get my picture taken with him, it was a real honor. I've learned from people like this. This is Eddie Freeman. He's got over 5 years with this company from zero to over $1 million in annual income. On top of that, he's been able to help a few others with no prior experience accomplish high earning positions as well. That's simply amazing when you can see that firsthand. And that's what I've had the privilege to be able to do. I got to be able to learn from this guy. The beautiful lady in the picture is my wife, Darlene. This guy's name is Paul Morris. He's got over 40 years experience in the home business industry at taking people from zero to $1 million annual incomes. He's known as the mentor's mentor in network marketing, forming teams of over 100,000 earners, not just 100,000 people on the team, 100,000 earners in as fast as 90 days time. He's got 40 years experience at breaking $1 million earners from scratch. To be able to be mentored by this guy and learn from him over the last 5 years of my life has been just amazing. This gentleman here is Rick Cotton. The lady in the picture is my wife, Darlene. It really was a blessing to learn from Rick Cotton. He really inspired us to start our ministry outreach up in 2011, the Servants Team. And what we do with the servants team is we bring a Bible study that's non-denominational to the disabled that can't leave the home. We haven't brought it to YouTube yet because unfortunately a lot of the disabled are elderly, and really they don't want to operate a computer. Getting them to use a phone is hard enough. But we bring them a 15-minute Bible study that's non-denominational. You could call into every Sunday night at 7 o'clock. And that's what the Servants Team Missionary Outreach does. And this Bible study is also advertised through our Facebook group, and it's advertised to anybody hungry for God's word. It's not just for the disabled. But that was why we put it together. With 20 years of working with people, my wife Darlene and I saw a serious need to bring church to the disabled. So let's take a look. And so anything that's done through this team, there's proceeds that go to support this ministry outreach. It was great to meet guys like Rick Cotton, who formed Viva Kids. We're going to talk about how that makes a difference here as well. But what I want to do is I want to get to the point. Your time's valuable, you're valuable, and hopefully after you've heard the facts, you're ready to come join the team. We're looking for some leaders, and we're ready to put some winners to work. Before I really go into the nuts and bolts, it's important to understand this. What I'm showing you on this presentation is a 90-day roadmap to $10,000 earned with over $1,000 in monthly residual on part-time efforts. To make this kind of earning happen, folks, I'd love to tell you could get started for free, spend no money on a monthly basis, and just magically make all this money. But the truth is, you got to have a little skin in the game to win it. It costs you a little money to start a business, although that's risk-free here. And it's going to cost you a little bit of money every month to operate a business to produce thousands of dollars in profits. It's just the way it is. That's the bottom line. 97% of the opportunities out there offering you the ground floor opportunity that are starting today will be out of business in 6 months' time. There might be a couple stragglers that make it to 3 years. That's just what's been proven in the industry. So rather than do what they do and try to lead you to believe that you can accomplish something for nothing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the truth, because I'm a firm believer that we share the truth. And some see the truth, some run from the truth, and some embrace it. And our job at thehomebusinesshelper.com is to help those that want to embrace it. The fundamentals at our Home Business Helper training station are universal in network marketing, internet marketing, and affiliate marketing. So if you don't join our opportunities, you can use the training platform to educate yourself with the fundamentals of how to make the money. And we realize that 97% of them that are starting today are going to fail. So if you're part of that and you if you end up a victim to that circumstance, but you learn how to make a little money through what we taught you, we hope you'll come back to us and we'll show you how the solutions that save people money can pay you a lot of money. And all I'm doing is sharing facts with you, folks. It's a lot of fun to be second to market with these kind of solutions, with multiple income streams and a proven earning system. If you do what I'm sharing here with you, the only thing you can do is succeed, because the way we succeed here is we roll up our sleeves and fail our way to the top. And I am not joking in any way, shape, or form when I say this. So let's get to the point of what this is. I'm going to cover a lot of information very quickly about our product lines. We've got videos with doctors that can explain why we have truly the best product lines on the entire planet in front of these trends. Now, it's important you understand that success leaves clues. And throughout history, what has created the most success is health and wellness. Paul Zane Pilzer, the leading economic forecaster, says health and wellness is where it's at. So if we cannot have to dance around that simple little fact, it saves me a lot of explaining and you a lot of valuable time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into what the trends are. We've got the company websites at thehomebusinesshelper.com that'll show you all the information that I'm explaining here and verify it to be truthful for you. And it's important that you investigate things and see the truth, because really it sets you free when you run with it, folks. So let's take a look. If you look at history, throughout history, let's look at what a trend is, because I'm a mountain boy from Troy, Montana. If you would have asked me if I wanted to be part of a trend, who knows what I would have answered, folks. I've seen some pretty wild things in my lifetime, but really, I didn't understand what a trend was. So, if you're like I was when I got into the home business industry, what's a trend? Well, it's what's the masses are doing that makes you the most amount of money. To give you an example, look at the automobile and recognize the facts about history that always repeat themselves that make people that pay attention to these facts lots of money. Okay, the automobile first hit the market. What did the masses say about it? You got to be kidding me. You want me to jump into that contraption that just might explode going down the road because it's powered by gas? We don't even know if we can stop it right away. I don't know what you're doing in your spare time, pal, but we're sticking to the horse. There is no way that that automobile is going to replace the horse and buggy. Go get you a real job, run along. That's what they said about the automobile. Now, fast forward the clock. We all don't ride horse and buggies on the freeway, do we? It's not the horse and buggies piling up in these snowstorms over in the east side of the United States, which keep those people in prayer, please. That's automobiles. So what happened? The masses at first thought it was a crazy idea and wouldn't work, but in reality it did. Technology advances things and good things come of it. So if you were in front of that trend as it went from 80% or 10% market domination to 80% market domination, that's where you stood the position to make the most money. So if you look at the home computer, wow, it's another trend, right? How about the cell phone? How about the smartphone? How about the DVD player? Each thing was a different trend that you could capitalize on. Now today, with technology where it's at, you can do multiple things at once that just wasn't possible even 5 years ago. But because of the ability to combine high tech and high touch, we can capitalize on multiple trends at once in one spot. And you're one of the first people to hear how we have the ability to do this. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about is health and wellness products and product lines. They're 100% money back guaranteed for 90 days. So think about this. We're talking about health trends. That's where the money's at. If you really care about your body and you understand basic biology, and I'm not making any claims, I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose or say anything can be a cure, but I do remember basic biology, and I understand the fact that the body's going to replace over 90% of its cells over a 90-day period of time. So if you're going to use nutrition as a way to combat anything wrong with the body so the body can do what it needs to naturally, it only makes sense that if you're going to feed those cells individually phytonutrients and all of the botanicals that they need on an individual cellular level, that as they go through their cycle over a 90-day period of time, that you want to make sure you're ingesting those nutrients each of those 90 days. So by the end of that 90-day cycle, the body is optimized to do what it's supposed to do. So what we do at XFuse, which stands for extracts fused together, is we guarantee those products for 90 days or your money back. No questions asked. So there's no risk to try the products here. We're not here to try to take advantage of you. We're just going to show you how to use solutions that we feel work. So think about what I'm saying. Now let's take a look at the first trend, natural defense to the body. If you look at history, when XFuse got started back in 2007, they looked at history back 10 years, and there was only 3 companies that went from 0 to $1 billion in annual sales. What did they have in common? You may have heard of the Tahitian noni juice. You may have heard of the mangosteen juice. You may have heard of the acai juice. Those 3 out of all of them were the only ones that made it in a concentrated form, 40% less bioavailable to the body than whole food extracts. So what did XFuse do? What if we put all them superfoods together, but used whole food extracts and picked 4 more like Himalayan goji, GAC, and sea buckthorn. There you got 7 superfoods, all in one, that are designed to help the body do what it's supposed to do naturally. So, what are the purpose of these superfoods? Looking at W. Clement Stone as a famous billionaire, he had a formula for success that said if you could take a product many people use, improve it, make it better, then charge less money for it, well, then you're guaranteed success. So, excuse me, based on that principle, that's what X-Fuse did as they formulated these products properly with a patented molecule called a chaperone molecule that does 2 major things that no other products have. It has the ability to give the product a good long shelf life over a year. It also allows all these botanicals and different superfoods to work together in a synergistic fashion rather than offset one another. It's very important that that patented chaperone molecule is there in these products that are formulated to where they are not heat pasteurized to cook the nutrients out and leave the results of the product ingredients up to placebo effect. So it's kind of important to know you're getting the real thing formulated properly. That's why it's not found in the dollar store. And it's only marketed through network marketing, the most proven channel to create success with proven health and wellness products. Why not follow what works? So, free radicals and inflammation are the 2 things that cause the most illness, disease, and pain in the human body. So, if you can find a way to combat those naturally, which is what all these ingredients are in our 7+ product line, well, then you've got it made. So that's our natural defense. The next trend, weight loss. We have a meal replacement shake. It's called Shapeway. Now, if you look at cost comparison, if you look at a meal, the 4 basic food groups, wow, you're looking at between $12 and $17 just for the 4 basic food groups. Not even prepared as a meal. That's just buying the 4 basic food groups in the store. So when you look at even our first product line, our 7+ product line, here is approved by the Banned Substance Control Group. Now, I don't have my glasses within reach, so I hope I'm showing you guys everything properly. Those labels are too, excuse me, small for me to see. Anyhow, this is our 7+ product line, priced at under $2 a day. Where are the masses spending their money? Well, turn on your television set and try to watch a program without a commercial for the latest and greatest solution that's a prescription pill, that's not a cure, that's often got more side effects than the conditions of pills being taken for. The baby boomers today are spending between $10 and $30 daily on these solutions that are not cures, that they need prescriptions to get their hands on. We can't call our stuff a cure or make any claims, but we can say that it was built and designed to allow the body to do what it's supposed to do naturally. Isn't that the best way to do anything? So when you think about that, you have the potential to save over $10 a day over 30 days. That saves you over $300 a month with just the botanicals. Add to that, we've got a Shapeway meal replacement shake. And there's no sucralose, no aspartame, no artificial flavoring, no artificial ingredients, no high fructose corn syrup, a proprietary slimming complex, a proprietary blend of 4 protein sources. This Shapeway is a very delicious meal replacement shake that allows the body to lose weight naturally, but it also gives you what you need to sustain yourself. So you can replace a meal. If you're not into weight loss, don't need to lose weight, you can still replace a meal with it, save money, and get even better nutrition. When you got a full amount of a complete array of fibers, you got all the proteins like whey protein concentrates and whey protein isolates that staminize and stabilize muscle tissue as it's forming. It's kind of important to guys like bodybuilders. You kind of need the good amino acids that come from egg proteins. And it's really nice to have colostrum protein. It's the protein found in mother's breast milk that's known to enhance the immune system. It's very valuable to infants. So how valuable do you think that nutrient would be to you? It's in the Shapeweigh. Isn't that neat? There's an ingredient called chromium picolinate that burns fat naturally into energy. That's kind of good to have, and it's a low glycemic food. So diabetics are able to enjoy this as a solution as well, which is sometimes kind of rare. So you take a look at all of that. The proteins, the complete matrix of fibers, 100% of the body's daily required vitamins and minerals, all in one delicious shake, priced under $3. That saves the consumer, again, over $10 a month with that product line. And when you have another product called Greenzilla, which is an energy drink and a hydration booster, I didn't understand what really that meant. And so they had to explain it to the mountain boy, Earl, kind of simple, like, hey, have you ever heard of Pedialyte for the little ones to help them keep from getting dehydrated? A lot of times they give it to senior citizens as well because they get dehydrated and with older age. I go, yeah, I've heard of that. How about Gatorade or Powerade? Have you heard of that? Yeah, okay. Those are hydration boosters. We've got one that's all natural. Oh, wow. And then you look at the energy drinks. Well, I don't need to say anything about what the energy drinks are in the market for, but it's sad when there's people in the hospital because there's ingredients in most energy drinks that just aren't meant to be ingested in the human body. So what did XFuse do? They brought out Greenzilla. It's a hydration booster and energy drink, and it's been approved by the Banned Substance Control Group. All you do is squirt a little bit into an 8-ounce glass of water, and you got an energy drink that costs 29 cents. Now, if you're over 40 like I am, maybe you woke up in the middle of the night with those cramps in the leg that make you do the dance. You just got to move around to make them stop. That's an awful way to wake up in the middle of the night. And one of the reasons that that happens is because as we get older, we get dehydrated easier. It's important that we ingest that water on a regular basis. So when we got a good hydration booster and we can get the hydration we need by adding that to our water, that is a nice solution for 29 cents, a good night's sleep. So it's not just the young kids that need this. There's a lot of us that love this. And when it tastes delicious, it works in minutes, lasts for hours with no jitters, and it's completely good for the body. Why not? Another solution that saves you over $10 a day when you look at the fact that the people buying these ones in the store buy 3, 4, 5 of them a day at $3 to $5 a piece, 29 cents a piece times 5. Look, you're still saving over $10 a day. That's over $300 a month, just transferring your spending to better for less money. Where can you go wrong with that? So you've got solutions here that people see that they would spend their money on even if they had no interest in a home business. That it puts you in an awesome spot as an entrepreneur. When they have the ability to solve a problem and save over $100 a month like all these products do, that's beautiful. We have a transformation pack that combines the Greenzilla, the Shapeweigh, the coffee, and it sets you up to really position yourself for some really good weight loss. Think about that. I haven't got to the coffee yet, but the coffee is graduated, Summa Cafe. There's a way where the beans can be processed where there's a lot less oxidation that's proved to be healthy to the body. The doctors in our videos and our website explain this a lot better than I could. The fancy labels that keep the fancy folks real happy are right here. I don't know what they mean, but I know they're extremely important, and the fancy folks love it, and that's where they're spending their money today. When you can get coffee that's actually good for you, delicious, and it's got ingredients in it that I can't pronounce that are good for the body, that allows it to lose weight, well, do a Google search on Garcinia cambogia. Do a Google search on raspberry ketones. Do a Google search on the green coffee bean extract. Think about the combination of all of that in one, where it actually tastes delicious and it allows the body to do things naturally, like lose weight. Who do you know that doesn't need their coffee? Who do you know that isn't spending money at the Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts over $5 a coffee 3 to 4 times a day? And they're not using food stamps for these things. They're using cash and ATM cards, which means you, as the entrepreneur, has a chance at that huge piece of that pie. And if you don't think coffee's graduated to a major trend, look at McDonald's, the largest franchise on the planet. What did they just redirect all their marketing to? McCafe. So what we have is a transformation pack that costs you about $6 a day total. Now let's look at just the 4 basic food groups again. More than $12 to $17 for just the 4 basic food groups, not even preparing them. So if you're saving by going $6 a day, that saves you $11. That's over $10 a day. That's over $300 a month, simply redirecting your spending to better nutrition for less money with our transformation pack that's designed for somebody not interested in a business, but wanting to use these products and have some good nutrients for the body. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Why not? Homebusinesshelper.com. All the information's there for you. So we've talked about the trends: natural defense, weight loss, healthy energy drinks, coffee. Now we're going to talk about the proven roadmap, and we're going to show you the money. This is where we're rolling up our sleeves. This is where we actually spend a little money to start a business, because the real ones don't start for free. But it's risk-free, so you don't have to worry. And what do I mean by that? It's less than $2,000 to get started on the serious scale, folks. So think about that. You can leverage that on a credit card. Most entrepreneurs that went from 0 to $1 million didn't have the money to even start the business, but they leveraged it on a credit card. And what I'm going to show you is a 90-day roadmap that shows you well over a 500% return on what you spend on your credit card to get started. You can leverage your monthly expenses, and at the end of that 90 days, you've made enough money to more than pay all of that off and have a complete business that's operating every single month with multiplying profits that pay you both weekly and monthly residuals. So is it going to fall out of the sky? Absolutely not. How much time is it going to take you? 25 hours a week is the minimum commitment. The beauty is 40 hours a week is full time. So 25 hours, we're talking part-time efforts to the full-time income. Are you willing to roll up your sleeves and go to work and do these work habits regardless of what anybody around you thinks? And if the answer to that question is yes, you're in a position to do like many have before you. Walk a trail to financial independence, just simply duplicating simple work habits. What are we going to do? We're going to make 25 connections daily, whether they be face-to-face, online chat, or over the phone. We are going to connect with 25 people to schedule 5 proper exposures daily, or old school, show the plan, STP. 5 proper exposures daily. We're going to complete this task 25 times a week. That is 125 times per month. And over a 3-month period of time, that's 375 times. Are we pushing a button to get rich? No. We're working for that pay now, aren't we? Look at what we're doing. Over 1,500 connections in that total 90-day period of time to get 375 solid appointments. To fail, that's right, we're failing our way to the top. We're going to completely fail 1,025 times. And that's how many times we fail. No consumers, no business builders. 325 times out of that 1,500 though, or excuse me, 375 out of that 1,500, we got 200 of them that said, no, I don't want to be an entrepreneur, but I want to save money. I want to use one of those 4 product lines. Okay, what happens? That's over $1,000 a month for the life of those accounts. 200 people with no interest in building a business, but they wanted to save money monthly on those solutions. So there's $1,000 a month already acquired from going through this process. What happens next? 20 of them said, hey, I do want to be an entrepreneur. I understand that I'm working with consumable products. And at this time in this video, sample the coffee, the 7+ products, the coffee, the Greenzilla, or the Shapeway product. Now's the time to be sampling the products. And why do we do this during the exposure? Well, it's a proven fact. If they know it tastes good, it puts the odds 80% more to your ability to close the deal as either a business builder or a product consumer. So if you're going to expose the information, why not put the odds 80% into your favor to either gather a consumer or a business builder? That's why you have samples for each exposure that you do. Now, if you do the math, 375 samples, wow, if that's $4 a sample, that's not a whole lot to do a business presentation as a professional business owner, is it? $4 that could bring you monthly income? Whoa, not bad, is it? So think about that, because that's really what you're doing. You've got nothing up your sleeves, nothing to hide. All you're doing is sharing facts and letting them sample the product, put the odds in your favor. So 375 of times you got to go through this. So you got to have that many samples. That's $1,299 for our VIP pack, and it's risk-free. 75 days into this, if you think I'm nuts, call me up and say, Earl, you're the craziest guy I ever heard of in all my life. I want all of my money back. I will say, absolutely, let's get that taken care of for you. I want you to mail everything back to XFuse. Let's get you on the phone with customer service so you got all the information you need, so they know what's coming, and they will get you refunded. We are not here to take advantage of you. We got a proven roadmap. We're here to help you. Your journey here is risk-free. Now, you can't go to the bank and say, I want to start a new business. And by the way, 75 days into it, if I change my mind, I want my money back. Will you do that for me? They're going to say, no, we'll be wanting your possessions. We're going to be repossessing and reselling those to get what you owe us. We won't play that game with you. But in the field of entrepreneurship, we stand by what we have, so much so that 75 days into it, 80 days into it, you think we're out of our mind? Send everything back to the company for a full refund, minus shipping and handling. Where is your risk to have what you need to succeed? You can leverage this on a credit card. It's about $150 a month to leverage your business for the first 3 months. That ain't nothing. What's it going to cost you each month to run the business? Well, and you want to have enough samples coming in to keep going. These samples that you're getting in this one pack, the VIP pack, they're enough to keep you going, but you want to be able to replace them as fast as they're going out. So you stock up one time, and then you order a little bit each month on a monthly basis. A little less than $400 a month gives you adequate monthly samples to really go out there and tackle this on a serious level on part-time efforts to continue to do what we're showing you in this presentation. Now, when you realize that those kind of monthly expenses are bringing in thousands of dollars in weekly income checks, it's well worth it. Just think about the roadmap and how we're showing you here. What I'm saying isn't rocket science. It's an exact science, and it makes sense, don't it? So you got 20 of them that said, yes, I want that VIP pack at $12.99. That's going to pay you $10,000 in commissions. So what have you got at the end of that 90 days? Over $10,000 in fast start money that was earned. You got over $1,000 in monthly residuals earned. Gosh, some people make it to 65 and don't even get $1,200 a month in Social Security for their retirement checks. They work a lifetime for that. You have the ability in 90 days to accomplish it on 25 hours a week, completely risk-free, with guaranteed products, a rock-solid company with a 7-year debt-free track record. And folks, you're one of the first people to hear about this globally. We're in over 12 countries. So that sweet spot between 10% market domination and 80%, look at this 4 trends, not just the automobile, but 4 trends at once. Whoa, here you are. See the picture. Are you willing to roll up your sleeves and go to work? Because if you are, there are several commissions that I've left out of this game plan that take this much higher than what it actually is. But as a professional business operator, I love to promise a little bit and way over deliver. The project here that you've heard of can all be found at thehomebusinesshelper.com. We're building team members right now. We are looking for leaders. If you're willing to roll up your sleeves and back yourself up as a true entrepreneur, you won't find a better place with help each step of the way. The one thing I've learned with over 20 years in this industry, working with $1 million trainers, is this: the folks that understand success, that have felt it, went from zero to the millions. They recognized a solution to a problem. Now, maybe you're facing a solution to more month than money, or maybe it's a health solution. Maybe you're just looking for a way to add $100 or more back into the budget by redirecting your spending. We've got the solution for whatever those needs are for you right here, right now. It's all risk-free. When it comes to solutions, the professionals don't procrastinate. They solve the problem now. Look at it as an EMT. The most important thing you could do on a person that's bleeding to death is to stop the bleeding. It's your income we're talking about. You deserve success. Come join us. It's risk-free. We got a proven plan of action. Once you see all the stuff that we have to offer in our homebusinesshelper.com blog site, you'll see that there's a whole team of us here dedicated to helping you achieve your financial goals. You're the most important person in the picture. All I've done here is laid out a very simple roadmap, a very simple plan of action. According to Eric Worre, Network Marketing Pro, he says you got to go pro. You got to have a 90-day work plan, because usually it's the first 90-day blitz that you put into your business that pays you for the next 40, 50 years and generations to come. It's just gathering up the courage to step up to the plate and swing that bat with everything you got. And even when it looks impossible to all the people around you, you believe in what you have. You step forward and run with it. Only here, you've got a group of professionals with experience. Remember, this is not rocket science. It has nothing to do with the economic laws of Vegas, and everything to do with rolling up your sleeves, going to work, and failing your way to the top with help each step of the way. God bless you. Thank you for taking time to see awesome solutions. We're here for you. Come join us.